Motor carriers play a critical role in transporting goods, services, and our loved ones throughout our nation's roadways that keep our economy thriving. But before getting out on the road, new motor carrier applicants need to register with FMCSA to obtain a USDOT number and MC number, also known as a motor carrier docket number, which represents operating authority. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, or FMCSA, administers the regulations that govern interstate and some intrastate commercial trucking and bus industries. FMCSA's mission is to save lives and reduce crashes and injuries by advancing large truck and bus safety through collaboration, education, research, technology, and compliance. Now, let's talk about the registration process. Motor carrier applicants with no pre-existing registration or operating authority must register using the Unified Registration System, or URS. In addition, people assisting motor carrier applicants with this process must use the URS to submit an application. The URS is an online registration system that streamlines the registration process and stores information on all entities regulated by FMCSA. Towards the end of the registration process, you will also be required to create an online portal account where you can view your company information and update your records online. We'll now look at what you need to know to register with FMCSA using the URS. You can access the URS from FMCSA's homepage. Be aware that your census data information may be publicly available to others. The system will assign you an applicant ID consisting of the word user and a set of numbers. You will be asked to create a password. When you sign in again, capitalize the U in user. And don't forget to print this screen or write down the applicant ID and password in case you need to log in again in the future. The applicant ID and password are temporary and are only for the purposes of completing this application. If you do not complete your application after 30 days, the ID and password will expire and you will have to start again. During the application process, you will be required to answer a series of questions about your business operations. Your answers will assist the URS with determining the authority type and financial responsibility, if any, required for your business operations. To your right, the percentage shows your progress. The menu button can take you to a specific section you may want to review or change. The Help button gives you the option to review a glossary, plus information on how to contact FMCSA for more help with the process. Once you complete all the required fields on each page, the Next button will turn yellow to indicate that you can proceed to the next screen. Don't forget to click Save on each screen so you don't lose your work. The URS validates your address through the USPS, so make sure your address is correct as you enter it. If your address is rejected, you will not be able to proceed and you will have to contact FMCSA customer service. Contact us via email or chat by visiting ask.fmcsa.dot.gov. Use the links at the top of the page and then scroll down to the bottom to start your email or chat. You may also call us at 800-832-5660. Before you start the Operation Classification section, please read the operation type definitions carefully. You do not want to register and pay for an authority that you do not need. In this example, we will talk about a general freight carrier. Let's say you are moving general freight, operating a motor vehicle weighing over 10,001 pounds, an interstate carrier, crossing state lines, for compensation. You would need a USDOT number and operating authority, or MC number. There's a $300 fee for each type of operating authority you request, but the USDOT number is free. In some cases, an entity may require multiple authorities to support their business operations. Other authority types include property carrier, household goods carrier, passenger carrier, freight forwarder, and broker. Look out for other videos showing how to register other carrier operations and classification types like intermodal equipment provider, cargo tank facility, private versus for hire, etc. You will receive your USDOT number at the end of the URS application. Be sure to click on the Print button to generate a summary report for your records. Please note, you may receive phone calls and/or emails from solicitors after applying for your USDOT number. These phone calls are not from FMCSA, and you are not required to pay for services that you can otherwise complete on your own. If you are a new entrant motor carrier, FMCSA may contact you, likely after 30 days, to validate your new entrant registration or discuss the safety audit requirements. FMCSA or its state partners will correspond with you throughout the new entrant program safety audit process. If you have any questions about who is contacting you, call the FMCSA Contact Center. If you applied for operating authority as a for-hire carrier, broker, or freight forwarder, you may not begin operations right away due to a granting process. It generally takes 25 business days from the date you apply before you are granted operating authority. Once you apply and are assigned an MC number or, for freight forwarders, an FF number, your request for operating authority will be published in the FMCSA Register, followed by a mandatory 10-day protest period. Because all motor carriers, brokers, and freight forwarders must demonstrate a willingness and ability to comply with applicable statutes and regulations in order to obtain and maintain operating authority registration, FMCSA may require additional time to process your application. FMCSA will notify you if additional time is expected or if you need to submit more information in order to process your application. Once your application is reviewed and accepted, and before FMCSA grants you operating authority, you must comply with all the additional application requirements, including your process agent designation or BOC3 form, proof of insurance and/or surety bond or trust fund agreement. Your insurance company must e-file your proof of insurance with FMCSA online, and in order to submit the BOC3 form, you will need to designate a process agent by having them e-file the documents with FMCSA. A broker or freight forwarder that does not operate commercial vehicles may file a BOC3 form on their behalf in their state. FMCSA will allow you 90 business days to comply with the application requirements. If you do not comply with the application requirements within the 90-day time frame, your application will be dismissed and you will have to pay the required application fee to proceed again. You may begin operations as soon as you receive a certificate of operating authority from FMCSA. Successfully completing the registration process will bring you one step closer to getting out on the road. You will find the link to the URS interface in the description box below this video, as well as additional resources for your particular situation. We encourage you to contact us via email or chat by visiting ask.fmcsa.dot.gov. Use the links at the top of the page and then scroll down to the bottom to start your email or chat. You may also call us at 800-832-5660. Thank you.